Hi, I'm Chris Luck, founder of Alphapreneur.com, the social network for entrepreneurs, and today I'm going to share with you how to make a passive income with a membership site. If you are all here live, I really appreciate you being here live. Feel free to introduce yourself, say hi in the live chat. If you're new here, say that you're new. If you have never seen this any of the live streams here at Alphapreneur, make sure that you subscribe to our channel because I go live every day of the week to teach and help people be able to become a successful entrepreneur and ultimately to transition into an alphapreneur, which is an ultra successful entrepreneur. And I go live Monday through Friday. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe now so that way you don't miss out on any of these live streams, because I show you everything that you need to know about building a business, about starting a business, or growing a business, all things related to entrepreneurship. So what we're going to do now is jump into today's agenda. So what I'm going to share with you today is the new software platform that I use for building memberships and why. And I say the new platform that I use. Now, for those of you who don't know much about me, I've actually been building membership sites since 2007. I've done a little over 25 million with membership sites, and I've used just about every platform out there. And so I'm going to walk through the new platform I use, and then we're going to talk about how to build a new membership site on that platform. I'm going to show you what to do step by step, starting from scratch. Then we're going to go through where to download the exact theme that I use, because I have a feeling you're really going to like the theme that I'm using for my membership site that I'm actually building in live, in real time. And then so I'm going to show you where to get that. And then I'm also going to show you how to get one-on-one help from me after this live stream. And then we're going to do a winner announcement for a free prize. And for those of you that are here in the live chat, I want you to know that you are actually the winner is in the live chat right now. So if you're in the live chat, do not leave, because the winner's already here. So we're going to talk about that. So let's get into first the new platform that I use and why. So the new platform that I use for membership sites in 2020 and now beyond is ghost.org. Now, the reason there's a lot of platforms out there, and there's a lot of people talking about a lot of different platforms you can use. People are talking about, using Teachable. People are talking about using Kajabi. People are talking about using WordPress with all these different plugins. And I've done all that. I actually got started in 2007 using WordPress, and I had to design and develop my own custom plugins because there weren't even membership plugins available at that time. Then membership plugins started coming up, and Wishlist Member came up, and then Member Mouse, and all these other ones that Member Press, all these things that are out there. So then I started using all those. They got really confusing, and a lot of things were breaking because they weren't working with my theme properly. So then then Kajabi came onto the scene. Kajabi is not a WordPress platform; it's its own platform. I started using Kajabi for a while, but then there was an issue with Kajabi that wouldn't allow me to be able to build membership sites the way that I want to build them, which I'm going to show you today. So then I went back to WordPress, and then now there's this new platform that just came out of nowhere, and it's called Ghost, and it's ghost.org, and ghost.org is absolutely incredible. And what it's going to give you the ability to do, it's going to replace everything. So you're not going to need WordPress. You're not going to need hosting. You're not going to have a server. You're not going to have Kajabi. The only thing that you need is ghost.org and a domain name. That's it. And if you want to use a premium theme that they have, then you could maybe get a premium theme. And I'm going to show you the theme that I use. So when you go to ghost.org, you can see you can publish an online business and build a business working from home. And it started off as a blogging platform and used by companies like Mozilla, the Stanford Review, OpenAI, NASA, Apple, just really, really incredible pedigree on the people that use this. However, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to see there's a new section that they just introduced recently called paid memberships. So if you click on paid memberships, then you're going to see it's going to give you the ability to build a full-blown content-based membership site and then take payments. And then not only that, but it's going to blow your mind what you can do when you see it in a second. So you come down, you can see that it's going to give you the ability to do like payments, like micro payments, or you can do more expensive payments if you want to charge like $97, or even you can charge as much as you want per month for a membership site. You can actually do that. So again, it's super simple, and I'm not going to go through and read all the stuff that ghost.org has and is what they're trying to do to try to get you to use their platform, because I'm just going to tell you use their platform if you want to build a membership site and make a passive income in 2020 and beyond. This is the platform that you are going to want to use. So that is pretty much my whole little pitch about ghost.org. And I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have an affiliate link. I'm not going to say click the link in the description below and it's my affiliate link or anything like that. And then I see people there in live chat, talking about what other platforms that are out there. And again, I've been building membership sites since 2007 and done a lot of revenue with membership sites. And ghost.org just blew my mind on what's possible. So that's the platform that I use now, and then why I use the platform. So now what I want to do is actually transition over and show you how to build a membership site in ghost.org step by step. So this is for those of you that have been following me for some time and you've heard me talk about ghost.org, from a course or something that I might have had that I don't offer anymore because I don't sell courses anymore. I know you've been waiting a long time for this. So we're going to just get right into it. So when you sign up for ghost.org, the one thing that you do want to do is get a paid membership. Now or get a paid account. So if I go to pricing and then you see here, the beauty with ghost.org is that you can start at $29 a month. My headset is messing up on it's hurting my head. I got, how hats have those like little nubs on the top of the hats? Well, my headset is sitting on top of it and it's killing me. But I need my headset on because I need to make sure you can hear what I hear. So so you want to start with a basic membership or the basic platform on Ghost. And what's great is that it's only $29. So if you compare this to getting WordPress and getting hosting and buying a theme and buying plugins, multiple plugins to be able to pull off what you can do on Ghost, you would be spending hundreds of dollars a month. If you wanted to sign up to Kajabi, which I know a lot of people still use Kajabi, and I've used Kajabi for a long time. I think I even have a testimonial on their homepage. You can see Kajabi if you want to do a monthly plan with Kajabi. You're starting at $149 a month. So for anyone, if you're thinking about I don't want to spend money to build a membership site, trust me, ghost.org is going to be your absolute, cheapest way to build a membership site. And it's going to be the best platform in no comparison to everything else that's out there. And also I see there's questions coming in now. Hold the questions to the end because we are going to have live Q&A. I forgot to even put that on the agenda, but there is going to be live Q&A at the end of this because I don't want the questions kind of throw off the pace of this. And so yeah, and because I know I already see questions that are coming in now and they're already on my list of things I'm going to be covering already. So $29 a month is what you're going to need to start ghost.org with. And then once you start, what's really good about this is you get all the features that ghost.org has. And then the only reason you would upgrade to $79 or $199 is when you're getting more people to your site. So you can see at $29 a month, you can already be up to 100,000 views a month. But then when you go out to standard, you're at 500,000 views. That's the only reason you would upgrade to standard is because you're getting more views a month. Well, when you're getting more views a month, you're actually making more money as a membership site owner. So that's something to keep an eye out for, is that all the features are all available to you at $29. Okay. So you want to start a trial. You can start a free 14-day trial. And Indria says, thank you for looking out for our wallets. Yes, there's so many people out there that think that you need to spend a lot of money to really have something beautiful, and you don't. What I've been doing on ghost.org is like the most beautiful experience I've ever seen for building a membership site, and it's the cheapest experience I've ever had. So it's truly incredible. All right, so we're going to jump into Ghost. So this is what a lot of you have been waiting for, that have been waiting for me to do a training on ghost.org. So what we're going to do is I have a pro account that I've created, and my membership site, I only have one now. Well, I actually have two. Alphapreneur is like that is my focus right now for probably the rest of my life, is alphapreneur.com, which again is the social network for entrepreneurs. Now that isn't your typical membership site because it's a social network, it's a community. So I have that, but then my content-based membership site that I still have that's out there is called Health Confidential. And I'm right now moving Health Confidential. It's on WordPress if you were to go there at this moment, but I'm going to move all of the articles and all the content from WordPress over to Ghost, actually right after doing this live training. So I'm going to show you how to build out on Ghost. So once you sign up for an account, you see that it's going to start with your domain. So I've went ahead and put in Ghost Confidential. That'd be a good name for a business. Ghost Confidential. Health Confidential is what I put in for this. So my custom domain is healthconfidential.ghost.io. However, if you want to have a true custom domain, like let's say healthconfidential.com, which if you went there now, that's my WordPress based site. So I'm going to, once I get all the content moved over from healthconfidential.com into Ghost, then I'm going to set up the custom domain. And just to show you how this works, this is the only other thing you would need to buy other than ghost.org is a domain name. And I recommend doing that. You want to have your own domain name, because let's say you were, let's say you're, I don't know, selling Shopify templates, and then, well, that's a bad example because you can't probably use their trademark name, but you wouldn't want like shopifytemplates.ghost.io. You would want shopifytemplates.com, and then you want to just route through the Ghost platform. So once you set up your domain name, then what you would do is just put in your whatever domain name you buy at GoDaddy or Namecheap or wherever you buy your domain names. You would put in your domain name here, and then you just set up a DNS record, and Ghost walks you through all of this. So I'm not going to walk you through the mechanics of this because I'm not actually doing this yet for my site until I get my content moved over. But if you need help with this, you can just say, get help with this, and it'll take you to a full-blown article in Ghost showing you exactly what you need to do. So it's super easy. And then what's really cool is that Ghost also has SSL certificates. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It just means that your domain name will have the HTTPS showing the world that your domain is secure. It's a secure place and it's a safe place. Normally people have to spend hundreds of dollars a year to have it SSL, but with ghost.org, it's all included. So that's another big benefit of moving everything over to ghost.org or building your membership on ghost.org. And oh, look at that. Ghost actually has a referral program. So I could make 30% recurring commission every month if I had a referral link and then gave it to you, but oh well, I don't. So just go to ghost.org, and it's not a referral link, and then you can just sign up. Okay, so I created a $29 a month plan. So this is inside of what it looks like. So this is what it would look like for you. Before I click on open admin, which is when we're going to get into like building out your membership site, you need to pick a theme that you want to use for your membership site. So for your theme, what you can do is once you're inside Ghost, you can see where it says useful resources, theme marketplace. So go ahead and click on theme marketplace, and it's going to take you to where there's all of these beautiful professional themes that you can choose for your membership site. Now, what's really good about this is that if you have, let's say, a membership site that's very cooking related, maybe it's like recipe driven, then you can see there's themes out there that look like it would be perfect for that. So what you could do is hit preview, and then you can take a look at this theme, and this is literally what your membership site would look like once you install this, buy this theme, install this theme, and then add content to it. So it's gorgeous. So anyway, that's so you don't have to worry about like going and having anything custom developed. You'll never have to look at code or anything like that. Everything is already all done for you if you want to invest in a theme. So I think earlier I said all you have to do is buy Ghost. You could go with their basic themes that they have, but I feel like their custom themes that are out there on the theme marketplace, I mean, it would be the difference of if you were, let's say if you had the money, if you had all the, let's say money wasn't an issue, and you could drive like a, I don't know, you could drive like a Honda Civic, or you could drive a red Ferrari. A Honda Civic would basically be like the basic themes that are in Ghost, but a red Ferrari would be like what one of these custom themes are. Now, out of all these themes, the one that I like for Health Confidential is called Weiss Pro. So if you just want to use the theme that I use, I'm going to show you how to use it. So it's called Weiss Pro. And then if I just preview it just to show you like what their theme looks like, it just looks really, really nice. It's really clean. I like the minimalism. I like whenever you move your mouse over certain items, like it just looks beautiful. The images are really nice. It takes over the screen. I'm a big fan of like minimalist design. So just whenever you come to read an article, I just like how it's a single column. There's not a lot going on, and and it's just beautiful. So that is the theme that I use and would recommend. But again, before you would just say, I'm just going to do what Chris does, and I'm just going to use the Weiss Pro theme, I would recommend coming here and just hitting preview on all the other themes so you can take a look at them and play around. Because let's say you have a membership site where you teach photographers how to pull off certain things and do certain tricks with photography, then you might want a theme that is like a photography-based theme. Like if you want, I don't know anything about photography, so that's probably the worst example in the world, but because I don't know how I would even talk about this. But let's say, you maybe had, again, you had a way to do all these fancy effects and stuff. Well, you could lead like your membership site with having just your showing off your work. And then when someone clicks on an image, they can see like this image. And then below you can talk about like why they would want to, join your membership, so they could learn how to use this image effect or something like that. So the thing with a membership site is that for a membership site to really work, you need to be ready and willing and able to create a lot of content, because if you don't have a lot of content, your membership site's not going to work. You need to be ready to create content. So assuming that you are ready to create content and you either want to create content, you want to hire a writer to write your content, or you want to maybe go out there and get like PLR content and start with maybe PLR content, then you can do any of those. Man, this headphones in my hat. So is everything making sense so far? Since I have a live audience, which that's why I wanted to do this training, instead of doing this training in private and then uploading it somewhere, I wanted to do it live to make sure that as I'm teaching, all of this is making sense. So right now, is everything making sense? Just yes or no. And if it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. So then I know what's not making sense. Okay, we got, let me take a look here. Okay, we got Sue, says yes. We have Jamie Proctor, says yes, making total sense. Jason, yes. Magnus, yes, clear. Thomas says, what is PLR content? Thank you for asking this at this right time, because for those of you that don't know what PLR content is, which by the way, thank you for all the other yeses that are coming in. So that means that what I'm teaching is making sense. So for those of you who don't know what PLR content is, PLR content stands for private label rights. There's also other names for it, like MRR content, which is master resale rights. It's all pretty much the same stuff. There's people out there that build companies around creating a bunch of content, but then instead of selling it to a consumer, they sell it to a business owner like us. So we buy the rights to use private label. We buy the rights to use content. So that's what private label rights is. And if you want to go to Google, you could type in PLR, just PLR. And then you're going to see there is like done for you content, done for you courses, content like courses you can buy rights to use. And the good thing with PLR and also master resale rights content is that some of the content that's out there give you the rights to where you get all the content, but then you can change the name of the course. You can change everything to make it your own. So if you don't have content to start with and you don't want to write content or create content or hire a writer to write your content, PLR is a very affordable way to go about getting your content done. So it stands for private label rights. Thank you, Andrea. So now let's go ahead and jump into, where was I? Okay, everything's making sense. So we're going to go back into Ghost. I have too many tabs open. So let me go close out some tabs. I talked to you about themes, why you need to use themes. And okay, so now that we are inside of ghost.org, what I'm going to do is hit open admin. And this is going to take you into just the most beautiful admin interface I've ever seen for any software platform I've ever used to build a website. Like, it blows my mind, and especially for membership sites. So before, so you can see I have just a little bit of content here because I only have like 3 articles here because I wanted to, I had to build everything out to make sure everything's working and makes sense and all the content is gated properly, and then I can take payments. And I tested all of that out and everything works. So what I'm teaching you works. I'm not teaching you like a half-baked idea, or I'm not teaching you something that looks nice, but then when you go to do it, you're like, oh my God, everything blew up. Because I'll tell you, rewind a few weeks from today, there were a lot of problems that I was bumping into with Ghost because I was really pushing their limits on what you can and can't do. And they made some changes based off of issues and bugs that I found, and they're all fixed now. So what you're seeing now, everything is absolutely working, and it's beautiful. And I see there was a question talking about, for people there in the chat, try not to try to sell business ideas to other people or try to sell your services in the live chat, because that kind of takes away from the training that is here, and I don't want to throw people off I don't want anyone trying to pitch their services in live chat, and then it kind of throws off the training for everyone that's watching the live chat. So just be respectful for everyone that's in the chat. So, all right. So inside what we're looking at now, it might look like you're just looking at a web page, right? But you're not. This is actually the admin interface inside of Ghost. So the very first thing you want to do when you set up your Ghost account is you want to go to, especially knowing you're wanting to do a membership site, you want to go to integrate, you want to go to Labs. So click on Labs on the left-hand side. And then on the left-hand side on Labs, you can see where if you want to have a membership site, all you have to do is hit the toggle switch to enable members. That is it. You hit the toggle switch to enable members. You've now just made your ghost.org site a membership site with one click of a button. It's insane. Now, to take payments, you have to have a Stripe account. So what you do is you click expand, and then here you can see that it says publish Stripe publishable key, Stripe secret key. If you don't have a Stripe account, first off, you can just click up a link that says sign up here, where it says how you get paid. It'll take you over to Stripe to where you then sign up for an account. It's free, and then you have your Stripe account. Then you just click find your Stripe API keys, and it will take you to get the 2 keys that you need to connect your payment account to ghost.org. So then once you do that, then that is it for connecting to Stripe. So you've enabled members, you've connected to Stripe, so you can take payments. The next thing you want to do is pricing. So you need to decide what kind of pricing do you want to offer on your membership site. So you click on expand pricing. And then for expand pricing, this is where you just say how much you want to charge per month, how much you want to charge per year. I mean, that's it. This is the only place you go to set these settings. Like previously, if you wanted to do this with plugins and all this stuff, you would spend a whole afternoon configuring this stuff up. Here, for Health Confidential, $27 a month or $297 a year. Because if you pull up a calculator, if you take $27 a month times 12 months, it'd be $324 a year. So people could save some money. And then let's say I'm looking at this, I'm like, let's make it $247 a year. That's it. I mean, and then everything is all working in the back end, so you don't have to worry about setting pricing or anything like that. So actually $247 sounds better. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So I know nobody has signed up on this new platform yet for Health Confidential because I'm building it out live with you. And I haven't flipped the switch on healthconfidential.com to point to Ghost because I'm building it now. And then I'm going to flip the switch. And then if you come back and take a look at healthconfidential.com and let's say I'm like a week, you'll see everything is moved over to Ghost. So that'll be my pricing. And then where it says allow free member sign up. Now this is important. It took me a while to figure this out. So free member sign up means that if you enable this, which I recommend enabling it, when somebody goes to your site and then they see some content that is blocked and then they click to sign up, it's going to ask for their email address. That's really important because you want to collect their email address before they get to the pricing page. I'm going to repeat that. You want to collect their email address before they get to the pricing page because then your email list is your biggest and best asset you could ever have as an entrepreneur, or in our case, an alphapreneur. Because with an email list, you can do so much with it. You can email them when there's new content available. If they put in their email, but then they didn't end up signing up for the pricing, that's fine. You now have their email address where within Ghost, when you do a new post, which you're going to see in a minute, when you publish new content, one click of a button, you can send out an email to everybody that put in their email address so they know about your new content. So it's genius to be able to collect their email address before they get to the pricing page. Now, if you wanted to do this previously with WordPress and Kajabi or Teachable or any of that stuff, it's a nightmare to figure this out. And Ghost, yes, I want to allow free member sign up. So that is going to allow the ability to collect an email address. You don't worry about, Steve in the chat says, like a lead capture page. Yes. And here, let me show you this as I go through this. So I'm going to bounce back and forth from inside my dashboard to live on the site so you can see what this looks like. So I'm going to pull, this is healthconfidential.ghost.io because again, I haven't switched over to the custom domain yet. So I'm in an incognito page so you can see what this looks like. So when someone comes here and let's say they just heard about Health Confidential or whatever and they click sign up, it's going to take them to where they can put in their email address and then hit continue. And then when they put in their email address, let's say test@test.com, and then they hit continue, watch this. This is amazing. It's not going to take them directly to the pricing page. It says, great, check your inbox and click the link to confirm your subscription. So then what happens is, this is called for those of you that aren't super tech savvy, it's called a double opt-in, which means that a lot of people could just put in fake email addresses just to try to think that they're going to unlock the content on your site. But the problem with that, if it was like that, and you had a database full of just spam email addresses, then you're going to have a problem when you try to send an email out, and then you're realizing like nobody's opening their emails, your deliverability is horrible, and then all of a sudden you're getting shut down because you have all this. It's bad. But the fact that what Ghost does is they have this fail-safe in here where they send out an email automatically to the person's email address they put in that basically says, click this button to activate your account. And then when they click the button to activate their account, it then takes them to the pricing page to pay either $27 a month or $247 a year. But if they don't click that activate link, they are never added to your database inside of your account. So you're not going to get a whole bunch of just junk stuff. So Steve says, crazy verification system. Jamie says, this is super cool. Yeah, I mean, this stuff looks so simple if you're new to this world, but if you have been in this industry or been building businesses or websites online for even the past like 3 to 5 years, you would understand there are so many components that used to have to work together that you would have to get working together perfectly to pull off how simple what you see right now really is. So it's just amazing. So back to labs, we're still configuring our site to be a membership site. So I do free member sign up. And then for default post access, I'm going to talk about this right now because it's important to understand there's 3 types of posts that you can have inside of ghost.org. You can have public, which means everybody that comes to your site can click on an article and they can just read it. The whole thing is unlocked. There's members only, which are for people that, let's say, put in their email address, then they got the email that says verify your email or click to verify. And then they click to verify, but then let's say they never ended up paying the $27 or $227 a month or $247 a year. So if you do members only, you can make content just for those folks that put in their email but didn't have access to anything. Or there's paid members only. So it's the only people that can see that content. They have to be a paying member. Now I'll tell you, the way that I'm recommend building your membership site and the way that I'm going to be building mine is I'm going to do a mix of public posts and paid members only post. Excuse me. I'm not going to do members only. I'm only going to do public and then paid members only. The reason for this is because the public post, I'm going to make the public post to be what I like to call like skyscraper content, where imagine you have like a membership site full of 100 articles. Well, if all those 100 articles, let's say, were 1,000 to 2,500 words, which is a decent like length for a blog post, that's fine. But what I want to do is, instead of having like 1,000 to 1,500 words, those would all be like the size of an office building. I want like a mix, and there's no perfect rhyme or reason or how many of these you should have. Every once in a while, you should have a skyscraper post that is like 10 to 15,000 words. Make it public and make it super valuable. But then inside of that blog post, you sprinkle in links that send people to your paid content. Now I wish I had a whiteboard in front of me so I could draw this out. But does that make sense for those of you that can hear this? And don't ask any other questions at the moment because I'm going to save time for Q&A at the end. I want to make sure that what I'm teaching is making sense as I'm teaching it, rather than going off and answering a bunch of random questions. So does that make sense? If you had a bunch of content on your site, that let's say 10 articles, I would, and this is kind of how I'm going to look at it because I know people want to know, well, how many skyscraper posts should you have? I'm going to say for about every 10 articles that I have that are standard size blog posts that are 1,000 to 1,500 words, my 11th article is going to be like a skyscraper, like a Goliath of a post. So that would be like 10 to 15,000 words, because that skyscraper post is going to be fully unlocked. It's going to be fully, it's not protected. It's public content, but then I'm going to sprinkle in articles in those long posts to send people to my paid members only post. And the reason I want to do that, and you'll see why this makes sense. Actually, let me just show you right now. So right now, like I said, I had 3 articles on the site prior to doing this live because I wanted to have something to show you live. So if I go to the Health Confidential, notice this article right here, it says premium, how to lose weight fast in just 3 simple steps. That's paid. 21 foods to eat on a keto diet. That's paid. The ketogenic diet, a detailed beginner's guide to keto. That's paid. So I have, again, these 3 articles that are paid. Well, watch this. I'm going to open these all up in new tabs because I want you to see inside of Ghost what a paid, when you make a post paid for members only, I want you to see how this looks. So these are all paid posts, and you know because it says premium at the top. So you have this beautiful image, and I'm going to show you how to format this, how to build all this in this live stream. So there's like no stone that's going to be left unturned. So you have this beautiful image. You've got a nice title. You have this, what I'm highlighting right here, remember this word. What I'm highlighting right here, this kind of smaller font, that is an excerpt. Remember that word, excerpt. I'll say it again, excerpt. The reason for that is because when you make content and there's another toggle switch inside of Ghost where you can say, I want this content to be for paid members only. The only thing that is visible to those people is the excerpt. Because what happens is below the excerpt, it says, you do not have access to this post at the moment. But if you upgrade your account, you'll soon be able to see the whole thing, as well as other posts in the archive. By the way, all this is default text in Ghost. You can change this in Ghost, but I'm just going to leave it as is because I think it sounds beautiful. Then it says access all content. Register now and access all of our stories, help us stay independent and enjoy exclusive content with constant updates. And they're like, heck yeah. So they hit sign in, but let's say they don't have an account. So they're like, heck yeah. And then they hit sign up. It's going to take them back to the sign up page where they got to put in their email. So you're getting their email address and they landed on that page that they really want access to, but you're not showing them the pricing yet. You're getting their email address. So you're building that list, that valuable asset that you have as a membership site owner. You're getting that sign up. So the reason why I wanted to show you, and this was another one, 21 foods to eat on a keto diet. Again, the only thing available because I made this post for members only is this. What word is it? What word? Excerpt. Again, this other one, the ketogenic diet, a detailed beginner's guide to keto. This is only paid for paid members only. The only thing they can see is an excerpt. Now, there's a little bit of a problem here. It's not a big problem, but it's a little bit of a problem. Building a membership site on Ghost and you make content like this that is like for members only, it's going to be hard to run ads or to share links on social media or to get traffic, people coming to this page, reading just that excerpt, and then putting their email address and then ultimately signing up and paying $27 a month. Like it's going to be hard because you have not done enough to convince them to be a member, to pull out their credit card and be a paying member. You have not done enough. That excerpt is not enough inventory or enough screen real estate to convince them to become a member. So what I recommend doing when you're writing your articles, plan out your articles where, again, for every 10 articles, the 11th one is a skyscraper article. And then that skyscraper article is totally open and free for people to read. And that skyscraper article is the article that you send. That's the article you send the traffic to. That's the article that you share on social media. That's the article you run ads for. It's the free article that's wide open. And then within that article, you sprinkle in links to send people to these gated posts. Does that make sense? That's a really important element to understand before I actually get into writing. I'm gonna do some posts and show you like how this all works and how to create posts in Ghost. But I want to make sure that this is very clear and this strategy you understand completely before we move forward. If this does not make sense to you, let me know because then I'll try to be a little more clear. Okay, so looks like Ronald says, "Yep, Aoife says yes. Liz says brilliant. By the way, thanks for sticking around, Liz. I know you got to go somewhere soon because this time is a little off for you, but I do appreciate you being here. Don says got it. Telly says brilliant strategy. Yes. Jamie says post and ghost. Hey, that rhymes. Jason Clear, brilliant, makes sense. Got it. Listening. Yes. Genius. Good. Because that is super important, because most people that would sign up for Ghost to create a membership site and then they're making all their content gated, like you got to be a paid member to access everything. You would never get a sign up because you did not prove that your membership site is valuable enough to that person to sign up. Now, on the flip side, if you go to Wall Street Journal, and if you're wondering like, well, is this even a good idea for a membership site, like doing content like that? Well, if you go to the Wall Street Journal, and let's go to let's go to the tech, and then I'm just going to open up a couple posts here. I'm just going to open up a few posts. So to go to the Wall Street Journal, look at this. So you go to the Wall Street Journal, there's a title. There's no beautiful images like we're going to do, but there's a title. Then they have like a paragraph, and then it fades out and it says to read the full story, you got to subscribe or sign in. That's one article. We go to another article. Here's a video, and this video is going to be full of ads, and it's just going to pretty much tease you about what content's real. But again, there's a paragraph, teases you to read the full story, subscribe or sign in. Here's another one. Facebook warned that it might lose a kilo of the seal for ad measurement. So again, there's like a paragraph, and it fades out to read the full story. So you could make your membership site where everything is gated, like the Wall Street Journal, like the New York Times, like the Financial Times. All those sites, this is their business model. You could do that, but the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Financial Times, they all have credibility. People know their content is good. So they can get away with this because people know what they're going to get. But until you are a trusted authority in your industry, I would not recommend blocking all your content off like this. Like you saw that we can do, where we have beautiful image, we got a title, but then we have the description, and it's like, you got to sign in or sign up. You don't want to try to pull that off yet, unless you're an authority or you're a influencer or you're a public figure in your space, where people just say, oh yeah, his or her content is amazing. I'm going to sign up. So anyway, I'm glad that makes sense. And I just wanted to give you a real world example there with the Wall Street Journal and how that works. Okay, so let me just close down some tabs because for those of you that know me, I freak out when I have too many tabs open. All right, so that was kind of a tutorial and a course in and of itself of how you want to create the content for your membership site. Now you come down to email settings. Again, we're just in the lab section inside of Ghost. I want to walk you through all the settings that make sense. I'm not going to walk you through every setting in Ghost because there's a lot of things you don't need to know with building a membership site. So I'm only sharing with you what you need to know. So for email settings here, we can see you can set the email to the from address to where if they are replying to an email, you can put in an email address that you could have them reply to. But I just have it set to no reply. Then you can import content. So this is if you want to import content from another Ghost installation. Now, some people told me there's a way you can import content from WordPress directly into Ghost by using this import content feature. And you could probably Google it, but I don't want to do that. And I wouldn't recommend you do that just because you'll see why when we get to creating content. So I don't recommend just doing a mass import feature from an existing platform. Then you can export your content if you ever need to. You can delete all your content. Night shift, this is pretty cool. You just flip that switch and everything goes into dark mode. So for those of you that like to geek out and want everything to be in dark mode, you can do that with a flip of a switch. It's incredible. Redirects, don't worry about redirects because you just don't need to worry about it. Routes, this is important. I spent a week going back and forth having problems with my paid theme that I bought, that Weiss Pro theme, having problems with that theme working in Ghost once I bought it and then uploaded it. But I spent a week in just, lots of cocktails, lots of old fashions, lots of bourbons, lots of wine, reading support tickets back and forth with Ghost to figure this part out because my membership site was completely broken until I figured out this routes feature. And then I was talking to the theme creator of the theme I bought and said, what the heck is going on? Like, I don't understand code. I'm not a tech guy. I don't know what this stuff means. I just need it to work. And then so he updated his documentation and everything and made it very clear on what this routes feature means. So we'll get to that here in a second. So I'm going to save you a lot of cocktails and a lot of support tickets and a lot of frustration just by that routes feature. Okay, let's see if there's what else you need to know. Integrations. The two integrations that I have active by default is called AMP, which is Google Accelerated Mobile Pages. What this means is if someone is viewing one of your articles on a mobile device, it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to load fast. Google's going to love you for it because the code is all flawless. So just leave that active. The other thing is Unsplash. This is insane. You know those beautiful photos that I have on my articles? Let's go back over to the site. So like these images, they look like I had I hired a photographer to make these images for like the keto diet. I didn't pay for these images. I didn't go download them illegally on the internet. I'm using this integration that they have called Unsplash, which is free. So the two integrations I have right now are AMP and Unsplash. And Daily Startup Fix says, this is so slick. You haven't even seen slick yet. Like what you see right now is just like the basic stuff. It gets really cool. Okay, so the built-in integrations, those are the two I use. But if you want to kind of just play around, because I do recommend, like anytime you build a business, whether it be a membership site, a Shopify store, a WordPress site, anything, I always recommend play around with it. Look at it like a playground or like a sandbox, and you're a kid again, and you're in the sandbox and you're building things and you're playing with the trucks and do that. Play with these integrations because what I'm showing you is just what I do and what I'm doing for my membership site. But if we click on more, there are so many integrations that you can do and use with Ghost in your membership site that can just make it however you want to make it. I mean, you can integrate Spotify, you can integrate SoundCloud, you can integrate live chat, you can integrate Flickr and slides, and if you use HubSpot, you can integrate Twitch and have Twitch live streams be coming in. I mean, there's so much you can do. The one integration that I would recommend is if you are hardcore with email marketing and you really want to have build, not only just build a big list with your membership site, but then use automations and fancy stuff I don't really use, but I want to someday, is if you click on email, these are the email integrations that works with Ghost. Now, out of all these, if you don't have an email platform right now that you use, the one that I use and recommend is ActiveCampaign. So you can use ActiveCampaign, and what that would mean is that when someone goes to, here, I'll show you in real time again. Let's say someone goes to one of your articles, and then they're reading an article, and they're like, yes, I want this. And then they hit the sign up button. Then they put in their email address. This email will go into the Ghost platform so that whenever you write new articles and publish new content for your members, that all happens automatically within Ghost. You don't have to have a third-party email provider. But if you're building an email list and you want to do fancy automation stuff or send out affiliate promotions and other things that people do when they collect email addresses, you do need to integrate with a provider. And if you need to integrate with a provider, again, the one I use is ActiveCampaign. That's just me. You can use any of the ones. I would recommend using one that they have set up for integrations so it works beautifully. And then what you would do is just click on ActiveCampaign, and it'll walk you through how to sync it. And it looks like you sync it with Zapier, but it's all going to work flawlessly. And they have wonderful documentation on it. So that's integrations. So have fun with that. Look at the integration section like a sandbox and you're a kid again, and just have fun with it and turn things on. And if you don't like it, then turn off integrations, or then don't worry about it. Werner says ActiveCampaign is the best, better than MailerLite. Yeah, I mean, I've used ActiveCampaign since they were in beta, and I love it. I'm experimenting with a new platform now called SendLane because a friend of mine actually created it. So I'm messing around with that, but I'm still, I haven't made the switch over, but SendLane is not integrated with Ghost. So I wouldn't even be using SendLane for Ghost. Okay. So that's integrations. Code injection. Only do this if you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know that at the bottom of all my articles, it had like this huge author box, and I didn't like that author box. I thought it just took up too much space. It's not really relevant. Like, I don't need that. So what I did was I actually emailed Ghost support and said, how can I remove this author box? Like, this bio box is ugly and I don't like it on my theme. And there's no place to remove it from my theme. And then they responded back and said, copy and paste this code into the code injection for your header. So I did this, like they emailed that to me, and I copied and pasted it, and sure enough, the author box is gone. And I'm like, yes. So that's another thing I want to mention. Ghost support is insane in the sense that there's no help desk, there's no tickets, there's none of that stuff. It's all back and forth through email. Like when you have a paid account, which you have at $29, what was it, $29 a month for the basic plan, their email support, or if you need support, you literally send an email to support@ghost.io. And in the email, you say, hey, I'm Chris. I'm the founder, or I'm the creator of, or I own, or whatever. You have to have the email address. You send an email to them from the email you use to sign up Ghost, and then they know that you're a paid member, and then they'll reply to you. But if you just right now send an email to support@ghost.io, you will not get a response unless you're sending from the email address that you actually signed up with. That took me another week of cocktails and figuring out why aren't they replying to me, because I was sending from the wrong email, and there was just like, it went to like an empty box. So I don't know how they're handling things on their end or what software they use to track all that, but it's insane, because then once I figured out, well, I need to send an email from the email I use to set up my account with, let me try that. I got an email back in an hour with the code I needed. So it was so cool. Best support I've ever seen. So that's code injection. Design. Yeah, I didn't do any changes. Okay. Design. This is where we're going to kind of get into the weeds a little bit. So for the homepage of my site, all I wanted was a link that went to the homepage and a link that went to the about page. The about page, if you click on the about page, all this is telling you why Health Confidential is incredible. That's it. And at the bottom, you can subscribe to the newsletter and put in your email. So that's all I wanted. I wanted a homepage and I wanted an about page. And then I wanted the sign in and sign up, because all my stuff is super simple. So for here, I just put home, and then the homepage is going to be your URL to the homepage. Well, since I haven't switched over to just healthconfidential.com yet with a custom domain, this is the homepage. The about page, I actually needed to create that about page. So if you want an about page, go to pages. I'll just do this now so you can see it. So you go to pages, and then you would click on new page here, let me make it where it's all in there. So you click on new page, and then by the way, this is the first look at how beautiful their interface is. If you weren't excited yet about how simple this is to build a membership site, this is where you're going to get really excited. So I already created my about page, but I'll just say, as if I'm creating it again, I would just type in about, and then I just begin writing. Like, this is seriously the best thing I've ever seen in my life when it comes to building a membership site. OMG, OMG, OMG. So then what you can do, you can just publish it, but then what you can do is also just hit the settings icon, and this is where you can decide what you want the page URL to be. So when it's on healthconfidential.com, I could make this healthconfidential.com/OMG, and it'll show you right there like the actual, what the URL will be. You can upload a page image. That's the image, the beautiful image you saw at the top of the page. You can do that. I don't have one for my about page, but that's where you would do that. Tags, you can do tags. Post access, this is that access I was talking about. So there's public, there's members only, and paid members only. I don't worry about members only. I just do public, and I do paid members only. Don't worry about the members only. because public are going to be the post you want everyone to see. So if it's an about page, that would be public. And then excerpt, we're not going to worry about this for the about page. This is where we would worry about the excerpt for the content part, the content pages. Christina Bates, that's the author pseudonym that I'm using for my site. And then metadata, you click on metadata. This is like if this is what it shows up in the search engine. So you could type in like health, confidential, about. And then for description, it's amazing. And then you can actually see like what it would look like in the search engines. So that's cool. The Twitter card and Facebook card, this is where you would upload a photo for what it would look like on Facebook. And it'll even show you like what it would look like on Facebook. So I recommend I recommend filling out the metadata, the Twitter card and Facebook card for every post that you do, including the about page. Feature this page, that would just feature it on the home page. And if you see this like blue little pulsing circle anywhere, click on it, and what it'll do is if their interface wasn't incredible enough, then they actually walk you through when you have not used a feature yet on Ghost, it'll have that blue circle and you click on it and it's going to tell you exactly what that means, which is pretty cool. Depending on your theme, featured posts receive special styling to make them stand out or to emphasize a story. Got it. And then I'll never see that again. So that's pretty cool. Thomas says, again, try not to ask questions until the very end, just so we don't get off track. But I'll just answer this. But please, no more questions until the end. Where do you get the content for your about page for Health Confidential? I wrote it. Okay, so that's how you would create a page. And then once you have your page, again, it's going to have the URL here. So then I'm just going to publish this, even though I don't need it. But I would set it live for now. So it's published. And then now at the bottom left, it says View Post. I can click on View Post, and there's the page. And now I got the URL. Here, let me bring the URL down so you can see it. So then I have the URL. So then now I grab the About Page URL and go back to, where was I? I'm going to come back out of Pages. We were in the Design section. This is where, then I would just copy and paste the About Page URL. So you create your About Page, you view the page, and then you go in the Design section. If you want About in your like top menu bar, like I do, then that's where you would post that URL. And then if you want, you could just go to Pages, and then here's that page. It said last update a few seconds ago, so I know this is my most recent one. I don't want this actually on my site. I just did this for an example. So at the bottom, I'll just hit Delete Page, and that's it. Okay, so back to design. So this is like what you want to put up in the top menu. You can put whatever you want in the top menu, design your top menu bar however you like. This is the navigation, as they call it. Secondary navigation, I don't have one, but if you would want one, this is where you would put your secondary navigation. And then theme directory. This is where if you don't have a theme, it's going to show you a theme directory again. There's the link again for the theme marketplace if you want one. If you are a lot smarter than I am and you like to mess with SDK and developer stuff, they have, I heard their docs that they have and the write-up that they have on everything is just unbelievable. I don't know what any of this stuff means, so I don't look at it. Just gonna close out a few things. So then now the themes. So I want to explain how to set up a theme, and then the last thing I want to do is go in and create some posts live, so you can see what it's like to create content live and how I create content for my site, my membership site, and then we'll just keep on going. But before I do that, before I get into themes, let me do another live check. Is everything making sense? Is everything clear? Is like on a 1 to 10 scale, like 1 being this training is horrible, 10 being like this is pretty cool stuff. Let me know in the live chat, because I see it's quiet, which is good because that means that you all are following along. I always like to do a check when I'm doing these live streams. All right. Terry says, wow. Ronald said, yes. Darren says, yes, a 10. I got Jamie, 10, very clear. Magnus, 10. Darren Derek says, what theme do you use? I'll cover that again here in a second. Sue says 10, Thomas, 10 plus, 10, 10, 10. Good. So good. That makes me happy because that means I'm really clear and everything is making sense, which is important because this is important. You understand. So the theme I'm using is called Weiss Pro. So what you would do, you go to the theme if you want to use my theme, you open the theme marketplace up. Which, by the way, this was the next thing on the agenda was where to download the exact theme I use in one click. Sorry, too many things open. So the theme, you go to the Ghost theme marketplace, which again, you will find right here when you go to design in Ghost. You're going to see a button somewhere for it. And then you can come down and then you could just find Weiss Pro. Now it shows it as a black theme, but check this out. If I preview it, there's this little dark mode. So for those of you that like dark mode, you can actually, not you, but the people that are on your site, like your visitors, can choose if they want to like go through your membership site as a dark theme or a light theme. So it's going to show on the marketplace. It's like black, but it's actually black or white. It's whatever you want. Okay. So that is the theme I use. So now, how to get this theme, like let's say you bought the theme. So let's say, I like on Weiss Pro, I can hit download now, and it's going to take you to where you're going to see like a little, what is this? Like a page that the theme developer put together to show you all the benefits of the theme, what it looks like on different devices, the general features, all the different support that it has, and all of that. The different unique features, like it has dark mode, it has a search functionality, it can be fully translatable. You can have custom error pages. You can all kinds of lazy load for images, like really cool stuff. So let's say you want the theme, then all you have to do is hit buy theme. You pay for it, then you download it as a zip file. Okay, this is where it's going to get not technical, but this is where I spent weeks of frustration to figure out how to take this beautiful theme and make it work in Ghost. Like this is what delayed me from making this tutorial I'm doing for you right now by weeks. So I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to hope it's going to go okay right now because I think it will, because I mean, it's all working fine now. So, but it took a lot of figuring this out. All right. So you buy the theme. So once you buy the theme, we're going to go back into, Ghost here. So we're back in Ghost. So now what you need to do is upload the theme. Now I've already uploaded it, so I'm not going to go delete it or mess myself up. But what you would do is you would hit upload a theme, and it's going to ask you to upload a zip file from your computer. Now, here's that zip file. Oh, by the way, you could see my computer background. So this is the zip file. So when you buy the theme from the marketplace, it's going to give you a zip file to download. You do not just upload this zip file that you download. That took me like 3 days of figuring out why is this theme completely broken. It's because, this is how dumb I am, you have to double click the theme file, the zip file. So I double clicked it and then now it made a folder. Now, if you're on a Windows, you might have to do something else, but you basically have to extract the zip file and make it a folder. Now, so I don't get confused when I do that, then I'm deleting that zip file because I don't need that zip file. I just unzipped it. So now I got the folder and now this is the folder. Now for this folder, let me, I can't really zoom in, so hopefully you can see us okay. So this folder has some things. There is documentation, which I, again, spent weeks trying to figure out how to use this theme and couldn't find the documentation. It's because it was in the zip file. So I've got the documentation and help if I need help with which I did. Then there's a subfolder called, well, there's only for development. I don't know what any of this means. These are files I don't understand, so I don't even look at that. But the theme there, when you double click theme, there is the theme file you need to upload. So it's a zip file and a zip file, if that makes sense. So when you find that zip file in a folder called theme, then you're going to come here and then choose upload a theme and then choose that zip file. Did I go too fast for anybody? Did I go too fast and I need to redo what I just showed you? If I went too fast, let me know in the live chat so I can rewind and then I can show you that again. Because again, this is just how dumb I am. I've been doing this kind of stuff for 21 years and as simple as like, when I was like going back and forth with the developer, which he's like in the Netherlands and the time zones were all messed up, and it took him days to get back with me because he's just a single dude, like a single developer. He doesn't have a team behind him. Took him forever to get back with me. And then he was like, did you unzip the zip file? And I'm like, well, no, isn't that the theme that I downloaded? And he's like, well, no, you got to unzip the zip file and the theme is in there. It's another zip file. And I'm like, oh my God, like really? So let me okay. Everyone in the chat saying got it. David says, please, one more time. I don't know if you're serious or not, but let me, I'll just recap really quickly. So what you're going to do is, Sue says, what are we going to do about our time limit with YouTube? So I'm going to try to speed up here because YouTube, I have to be off in like 2 hours because they cut me off at 2 hours. The replay will be cut off in 2 hours. So I'll speed up here. Actually, I'm not going to redo what I just showed you because I'm thank you for saying that, Sue, because I totally forgot about the time. So, all right. So you got your theme. It's in here. If you need to rewatch that, go watch the replay and just you can see it. So now that you got your theme, you set that to active. So that is the first step. The second step, and this is crucial, is that you have to, well, here, let me actually just show you. When you go into the documentation they give you, you open up the documentation HTML. Making sure if this was the one. No, that's not the one. So it's not documentation HTML. It's going to be help.html because you definitely need some help to figure this out. So I'm not going to read through all this, but I recommend before you start playing around with the theme and trying to get going, you have this help. You go through this help document, and then here's that guy's email address. Took me forever to even find his email address. It was in the help file. So you upload the file. You can enable search if you want. I didn't do that yet. You can enable the authors page. I didn't do that yet. I deleted my authors page. You can add comments to your blog. I didn't do that either. You can enable members. This is the part that's important. So you have to create pages for each of these things right here. So you need to create a page inside of Ghost and just title the page membership. Create a page, title it newsletter. Create a page called account, create a page called sign in, and create a page called sign up. And then make sure the URLs look exactly like this. Sign in does not have any dashes. Sign up does not have any dashes. So let me show you this. And this took me about another week and a half of back and forth to figure this out. So all you do is follow the help file. So you go to pages, you can see I created newsletter, account, membership, sign in, sign up. If you go to these pages, like you go to the sign in page, there's nothing here. It just says sign in. And then I made sure the URL said sign in with no dashes. And then I saved the page. Then I go take a look at the help file and I'm like, okay, I need a newsletter page. So then I go into pages, I create a new page, title it newsletter, make sure the URL just says newsletter, nothing else. And then so you make sure you have all those pages. That's the first step of having a membership. The second step is right here. It says, please make sure the last part of each URL matches its respective path in routes.yaml. And I'm like, what the heck is routes.yaml? Like, I'm not a developer. I don't understand what that means. And I was emailing Ghost. I was emailing this theme developer. I'm like, what do I like? Because I set up these pages, but the theme was still broke and the theme still wasn't working. So what I found out you had to do, I'm going to show you right now so you don't have to worry about this. You go into the only for development, like the area I do not want to go into. You go into that and you find there is a file called routes.yaml. Okay? You don't need to edit this. You just need to find that file. So once you find that file, you go back into, here, let me go back into, trying to figure out where I was. Was I in design? No, okay, we were done in the design. You got to go into, I can't, off the top of my head, I can't actually remember where it is. Let me find it out. I can tell you. Here it is. Here. So it's in labs. Okay, so You've created those paid, the step one to make sure your theme is membership compliant. You got to like create those pages, make sure the URLs match. That's it. No content on those pages. Then you go to labs and you go to routes and it says upload routes YAML. Again, I don't even know what this file does, but I just click on it and then I have to go to the theme and then I go to only for development. And then I choose routes YAML. And then I hit open. I'm not going to do it because I already done this, but you hit open. That's it. That's all you do. Make sure changes are saved. Like if you try to leave, it's going to say, do you want to save changes? Yes. And that's it. That is all. I know that was in the weeds. And that was like, some of you are probably thinking like, oh, I'm going to forget this. Trust me. That is like the hardest part you'll ever have to do with your membership site. But you do it one time, you'll never have to do it again. You won't have to email support. You won't have to contact support. You won't have to have a lot of cocktails. You won't have to have sleepless nights like I have. Just go back and watch the replay of this a couple times to see where I went and where I clicked and what I downloaded and what I changed. And that's it. Okay? So that's it. All right. So we have about less than 30 minutes to finish this because I need to make sure I stay under 2 hours or else this live will get cut off at 2 hours and you won't be able to see what's left. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do posts because that's all you have to do next. So you need to create content for your membership site. So here's how you create the content. So you go to posts, all your content's going to be in the format of posts. So once you're in post, you just click on new post and you start writing your content. Now I'm going to create a couple pieces of content that is members only. I'm not going to do a skyscraper post. I will, I'll tell you what, if you all want to see what a skyscraper post looks like, I can put one together for you this week. It's probably not going to be tomorrow. I could do it this week and then do another live stream to show you how to do skyscraper posts. And then how to link them and all that in another video because I don't have time to do it now. I was hoping I would, but I don't. If you want to see that in another live stream of a skyscraper post, then I'll show you. But for now, I'm going to create a couple member posts, which are the paid content posts, so you can see like what it looks like to make a post. All right, so let's do it. So let me I'm going to turn on some music here. All right. Can you all hear the music, by the way? Let me know if you can hear the music. If you can't, say no. Cool. Thank you for the music. All right, so I'm going to make some posts here. So I've already have these in Word documents. So I'm just going to open up. I've done the first 3, so I'm going to work my way down. So I just copied and pasted everything for the document, but now I need to do the excerpt. So I'm going to take like the first paragraph here, go to excerpt. Okay, that looks good. Post access, paid members only. Now I need to do a video. Not a video, an image. So I'm just going to click on Unsplash, that little image. Try to find something related to weight loss. I'm looking up water because it has to do with intermittent fasting. That looks interesting. So I'm going to hit insert image. metadata. Twitter card. Trying to find the same image. Of course, can't find it. Oh, the Twitter card, I didn't need to add an image because it automatically pulled it in, and it pulled in the description. It pulled in the title, but for the description, I always like to keep it just really simple. So I'll say like number 4 is unreal, and showing you a preview. Facebook is probably gonna do the same thing. Yeah, pulled in the title, but I don't like the description, so I'm gonna make mine short. Number 4 is unreal. Set to be live now, but if you wanted to send out an email, you could hit send email, and this will deliver to all of your people on your email list, which is why it's important to collect email addresses. So then you can just do that toggle switch, and an email is going to go out to everybody on your list that has put in their email on ghost.io. And then, yeah, it's incredible. So you just hit publish, deliver to all paid members, and will be published on your site. I'm going to view this post as an incognito window because I want to see what it looks like if you're not a member. There's that beautiful image, the title. There's the excerpt. Everything's locked. Looks good. I'm going to view it also is, I'm going to take that title or the URL. I'm going to view it on my actual browser. Now I'd be like oh no, it's not gonna show me as logged in because I'm not signed in. Thought there was a preview button somewhere. So I would just need to sign in to preview it. Maybe I just hit view post and it'll show me. Nope. I gotta be a logged in just a member, so I would just recommend creating a member account. You can do for free. Just create an account, a member's access account, and then log in as a member to see it. Since I'm short on time, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do another one so you can see what it looks like. But it's going to look exactly like what you just did here. Copy everything because it was already written in a document. Everything looks good. Play some different music. Got the title and do the excerpt. Make sure the excerpt, by the way, is only 300 characters. You only have 300 characters to do the excerpt. So sometimes I'll highlight the whole excerpt and go to character counter. I'll just type in character counter and then paste it in of what will be my excerpt to make sure it's under 300 characters. That's only 155, so that's plenty. Liz, the extra space between sentences, it actually doesn't look like that live. I'll try to view it as a member here in a second so you can see that. I'm just gonna pick a beautiful image. What was the title? Intermittent fasting detailed adherence guide. that's the title. Recommended is 70 characters. I use 50, so it's perfect size for a title. Want to lose weight? Here's how. Title's already pulled in for Twitter. Description, I'm just going to make short because on Twitter it's image, title, description. Facebook, same thing. Just need to put in the description. Just copy and paste it from Twitter. So title or image, title, description. So that looks good. Post access. Here, I'm actually going to make this public so you can see what this actually looks like formatted live on the site. So I'm going to hit publish, set live now. Yeah, so see the text, like the formatting is based off of the text on the text is going to be formatted based off of what the font and layout is for the theme. So what I'm doing now, I just copied and pasted out of Google Docs, but what I will do later is come back and then bold the sections, so and maybe add in some images throughout the copy itself. When you see me do a skyscraper post, I'll do that on an upcoming live stream this week. I'll figure out I'm not going to make a live stream all about it, but I will show you on an upcoming live stream when I have more time. We'll do a skyscraper post together, and I'll get more creative with fonts and then images and all of that within the copy. But to do that, just so you know, when you're writing, you would just literally drag and drop an image directly in here. If you want to edit something, you double click and you can hit bold it. You can make it a headline. You can make it a quote. You can link up. So I'm going to link up words and text from my skyscraper post. I'm going to link up words and text to my paid members post, and you'll see how I do all that. So is this making sense for everybody as far as like how to actually create content? Because what I want you to do now, you have enough information from just this live stream. People would charge hundreds of dollars to teach you what I just taught you. But what I just taught you, you can now be able to jump over to ghost.org, because that's the new platform that I use. You just saw how to build a brand new membership site, step by step, how to configure everything, how to do the crazy geeky stuff that I don't understand, but it took me weeks to figure out, and I figured out and shared it. You know how to download the exact theme that I use at one click. And then as far as ongoing, like what to do now moving forward, what you need to do now moving forward is go build your membership site. You need to get into create a ghost.org account, find a good theme, get the theme uploaded, get it all working right. Every theme, if you use a different theme than I did, you might have different documentation. So read the documentation, read the help file that will come with the theme. Make sure that you open the theme up. And if it comes as a zip file, because there will probably be a documentation folder, you open up the documentation folder, there'll be a help file. Make sure you go through on the theme settings what the developer tells you need to do. It's really like written out very well. And then that's it. So then all you need to do now is just start creating a lot of content. And again, I recommend for every 10 pieces of content you do that's free, you have one skyscraper piece of content that's very long. And then you take the 10 pieces of content you did, and then you link them all up in your one long piece of content. So here, I'll show you what I mean by that. So when you go, like right now, the first 25 or 24 pieces of content on Health Confidential is going to be all of these. And then, so what I'll do is I will go through and make, like, let's say 9 of these will be paid, but then one of these, like 21 fascinating ways to lose belly fat, that's a much longer piece of content than some of my others. So I would take that, make that public, and make it very visual, drop in images, maybe pull in some YouTube videos, make it mind-blowing, unbelievable with content. And then I'm going to take, again, 10 pieces of content and sprinkle links to those pieces of content in the very long skyscraper. Or now that I'm saying it, I don't know if I like the word skyscraper. I might use a different word than skyscraper. So I might come up with a better word than skyscraper, but you get the idea. It sounds like you all do whenever I was asking you in the chat. Ann says, great information as usual. Thank you so much. You're welcome. So, but my whole goal of this live stream today was to share with you everything you need to know about how to make a passive income with a membership site. And now I just showed you everything you need to know about building a membership site in Ghost, and then how to add the content, how to do the theme, how to make it beautiful and just elegant. And again, if you come take a look at healthconfidential.com in like a week, you're going to see I'm going to convert everything over into Ghost, and you can see my skyscraper post, you can see the free post, the paid post, and just model what I'm doing. Like literally not copy my content, but model the style, and you can actually see what I'm doing live. I'm not just teaching and then not doing what I teach. I actually do what I teach. So now moving forward, and then I see there's questions like explain the skyscraper again. I only have about 10 minutes left, and I need to cut this off, or else YouTube will actually cut off the end of this on the live stream. They won't show a live stream that's beyond 3 hours. They cut it off at 2 hours. So I want to make sure I cover the rest here live. And then again, I'll be back here same time, same day tomorrow, or same time tomorrow. And then I don't know what tomorrow's topic is going to be yet. I'll come up with a good one. So make sure, if you have not yet done so already, if you want to make sure that you always get updates on when I do these live streams, click the link below in the description. It will take you over to alphapreneur.com. And on alphapreneur.com, you can put in your email address here to join the social network for entrepreneurs. And then you will get email updates whenever I schedule up my next live stream. You'll get all the details about that in an email, so you don't miss out on any future live streams that I do. So make sure you go to alphapreneur.com. And then also, if you want to get one-on-one help from me after this live stream, so let's say you're I can't troubleshoot theme problems, as you saw, but if you want some suggestions and feedback on how your membership site looks, how your content's looking, and you want help from myself, as well as just about the majority of people that are here in the live chat, if you're a member of Alphapreneur right now, just say, yes, I'm a member, or whatever you want. Let me know in the chat, because I want everyone to see here live, like how many members there are in the Alphapreneur community. Because what I want to do is show you, if you want one-on help from me on this live stream, go to alphapreneur.com, put in your email address and hit join us, and it'll take you to a page that then explains what Alphapreneur is, and then show you all the benefits of the membership. And then if you get inside of Alphapreneur, what I want to show you, and for all you that are members right now, I want to show you something I just turned on before I did this live stream. So if you want ongoing help with this and ongoing help with building a membership site, and you want my feedback and my support, as well as everyone else that's members as well, go into Alphapreneur, go to groups. This is a new section I just turned on in Alphapreneur, and there's a brand new group I just created before this live stream called Membership Sites. So what you can do is, in this group, go to Membership Sites, join this group. It's free. All this is free once you're inside of Alphapreneur. So you join this group, and then this is where you can just start sharing. Think of it as like a Facebook group, but there's no ads, there's no politics, there's no pictures of grandma's cat, there's no trolls, there's no people spamming affiliate links. This is people that are Alphapreneurs, people that are inside the community every day, that are sharing, that are caring. They're going to be inspired. They're being inspiring for others. And just so you know, everyone that is an Alphapreneur is extremely helpful. They're extremely giving, because that's how I like to give a warm welcome to those that like to help others. And that's why everyone, really likes Alphapreneur. So you can see just here in the live chat alone, Jamie Proctor is a member, Liz Lawless is a member, Sue Doc Ross is a member, David Polson is a member, Janice is a member, Ronald is a member, Steve Harris is a member, Aoife is a member, Margaret is a member, Carlton, I'm not a member yet. Today is the day to join. You just go to alphapreneur.com, put in your email address, you can see the details, and if it's for you, sign up. And then we can continue this journey together. Thomas is a member. Magnus is a member. Derek is a member. Mark Cantor is a member. Lauren is a member. Kevin says Alphapreneur extraordinaire. Batman is a member. We have Batman in Alphapreneur. David is a member. Derek is a member. Werner. So many of you are members. Gina is not yet a member, but hopefully we'll see you as a member here today. Time Freedom, thank you, Chris and Alphapreneur. You're welcome. Werner joined a group a second ago. So, yeah, Adil's a happy member. I know Adil's from Paris. We have members from all over the world. So if you want ongoing help with Alphapreneur, with membership sites, then I created this group for all of you that want to continue this journey together, building membership sites. And I'm going to keep doing more lives, like I said, live streams every day on YouTube. And then I teach for free, and I will always teach for free moving forward. I will never sell another course again. So I'm going to continue teaching for free and just helping as many people in the world as I can. But if you want one-on-one help, you want critique, you want feedback, personally, you don't have to do this alone, because that is the, wooden stake in the heart whenever you're trying to build a business, is trying to do it alone. So that's why I built Alphapreneurs, just to be a community of inspiring entrepreneurs that are around to help each other. And that is what we do inside of Alphapreneur. So I created this group for all of you, which is just a group specific for talking all things membership site related. So I'm excited about that. So there's a winner announcement. So the last thing I want to do to close this out, looks like I have about 10 minutes left. So I just want to let you know, if you enjoyed today's talk, since I don't charge for training anymore or courses or anything, I do all of this for free. All I ask is that you leave a comment below this video and share this video with a friend you think would enjoy today's talk, because really, growing Alphapreneur is it's a movement, and the only way to really build a movement and grow a movement and change as many people's lives in the world as I can is by word of mouth, and by having you share this with somebody else. So if you can leave a comment below and share this video with a friend, you will enjoy today's talk. Something that is a nice little tradition I like to do on these live streams now is a winner's wall. And what I do is I go and I read comments. Every morning I read comments from the previous live stream. So tomorrow I'll be reading comments from today's live stream. And then what I do is I like to pick a random comment that I read that it really touched me and that I really liked, and then I will give that person a prize. And the prizes are always going to be different every time we do these live streams, and you need to be live to actually get the prize. If you're not live, then you don't get the prize. So today, winner is Sue Doc Ross. So Sue Doc Ross, which I saw that you've won before, but you've won a different prize before than the prize you're getting today. So you can win multiple times. It all just depends on, your comment. When you leave a comment, if I read it, if I like it, if I feel like it impacted, and if I read the comment aloud, if I feel like it's going to help others, that's the chance that you're going to win a prize. So Sue Doc Ross says, Chris is the real deal. Over a year ago, I purchased Membership Method. Again, that was my last course I've ever created and ever will create. Unlike other courses I paid thousands of dollars for, I've never regretted my purchase or investment. The support, coaching, and mentoring that I've received from Chris is priceless, easily 10 times what I paid. His decision to never sell another course again and share his wealth and knowledge freely with all of us is revolutionary and mind-blowing. Thank you again, Chris, to Chris and his family for their contribution to the entrepreneur community. So you all can be double winners, just like Sue. So Sue, you are added to the winners wall again. And then today, what you have won, Sue, which by the way, let me take a look and see if you're in the chat. I know you were here earlier, so I need to make sure that you are here. Sue says we have 8 minutes left. So yeah, we're closing in. We actually have like 6 minutes left now. So Sue, what I need for you to do is send an email to support@alphapreneur.com and let me know what your mailing address is. The reason I need to get your mailing address is because I am going to send you a book that I actually just purchased on April 30th that is called Start From Zero. And this is an amazing book by actually a good friend of mine, Dane Maxwell. And this book is really talking about how to build your own business and experience true freedom. And it's an incredible book. A lot of my mentors and people I look up to really recommend this book as well. So not only did I buy this book for myself, but I'm also going to buy it for you and ship it directly to you from Amazon. So that is your prize, is the brand new book, Start From Zero, which is all about building your own business and experiencing true freedom. So again, first off, congratulations again, Sue. And then if you and Sue says I'm here. So Sue, thank you for being here, and congratulations on winning the prize. So make sure that you send an email to support@alphapreneur.com with your mailing address. And Sue says, thank you. You're very welcome. Terry says, great comment, Sue. So again, just to close things off, just leave a comment below this video. If you're here live, you'll probably have to come back in a few minutes and refresh this page, because I don't think you can leave a comment while we're live. You can only do live chat. So leave a comment below and just let me know what you thought of today's video and today's talk. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, share this with a friend that you think would also like it as well. And then I will see you again tomorrow. Well, actually, I'll see you all inside of the new membership site group inside of Alphapreneur. So aside from seeing you inside of Alphapreneur and inside of that group, then I will also be seeing you hopefully on tomorrow's live stream. Thanks again.
Get
Have a good day, guys.